Today we test the intelligence of the B-League competitors to see if they will be as intelligent as the C-League competitors here in B-League Math. Guacamoles have the lead after winning 2 consecutive gold medals in Event 2 and 3 of the B-League. As we see, this is Math. Hello everybody, I'm Scheming Doge. I am joined by Tim today in the commentary box, as in, I believe, Event 6 of the A-League.
Hello there, I am back for B-League Math, and this event really tests the skill and intelligence of our competitors. You have to time it right, and you have to know what numbers to hit in order to get a good finish.
Yes, top numbers affect the first 3 marbles, which is, the first one is the addition marble, as the Fresh Baked Bread test team will demonstrate. Crispy is the first marble, that is the addition marble. They will add 11 to the score. Second marble is the subtraction. They will subtract 20, which is in the negatives. And the third marble will time it by 20, multiply it by 20, which is still in the minus. And the last marble will divide it by 4. The bottom numbers affect only the fourth marble, only the division marble. That's minus 45 for Fresh Baked Bread, which is not that good of a score for this team. Also, if you divide by 0, that's a disqualification, and then you're basically just cringe. And Mr. Wolves started off with a 20.
Oh, the second marble misses, but that's a negative 5, so that actually could help the team a lot. The marble do. Oh no! Well, actually, they fell off at the 6, so that's pretty good. That's a 90, very respectable. Is that a 0 or is that a 5? It's a 0. They're
First run of the day, Mystic Wolf disqualified. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. And they started so well. They were on 90 after the third marble, and then the fourth one, they would have gone one more better, they would have done well. Sea Turtles now. We get the 8 for the addition. That was subtraction. That'll go all the way up to, I believe, that's okay, that's a 1.5, so that's 6.5 in total. Multiplication will add to B, and this last marble divides it by negative 5. That'll be negative 26. Well, at least it's not Mystic Wolves, but I think you have to get into the positives to confirm a good finish.
It's still first place for the Sea Turtles, even though getting a minus number. That is actually the only time we've seen this in, I believe, both the Basketball and the MLML. As Purple Squids now in run number 3 with Tentacle the captain, getting a 20. Second marble subtracting 20, which is 0. They get the best score they can get is now 0. And the third marble comes in and multiplies by minus 5. So if you get the ties are broken by the best number in your run that you get. So Purple Squids will get first place, and I think that's good for tie breaking because they did get a 20 in the addition. So of course it goes down to the other marbles if the others get a 20 as well. So now Fruit Salads in run number 4.
Alright, it's a pretty good start there with a 9. Alright, that's a minus 5. That's a subtraction minus 5, so that means it's actually plus 5. That'll be a 14. Then a great 280. What is the fourth marble going to show us? Oh, negative 56, and that really killed it, just like several teams have shown in this event. The division marble is extremely important, and if that one messes up, then that'll condemn the team to not that great of a finish.
The division marble indeed is very important. Now the Lily Pads in run number 5, they won the B-League qualifiers quite dominantly, but then they actually just fell down a little bit. Then they're going to fly off with the second marble and the first marble. Sorry for the voice crack there. And the third marble also gets a minus 5, followed by a fourth marble. The best score they can get is 0 if they don't get disqualified, and it's another minus 5. So the Lily Pads will get 0, and that is not good for tiebreakers.
But that is still second place for them. So
every marble having too much speed flying into the minus 5. Now the Woodchoppers in run number 6.
Alright, what can they do? That'll be a 20 for their captain. So pretty good start for them. That'll be a minus 5. Okay, it could have been much worse. This is a good start. But now it multiplies by minus 5. What is the final marble gonna do? Oh no! Oh yeah!
They did save it at the last moment. Yeah, from a minus 500 or something like that. No, not 500, sorry. Something minus. And then they salvage it to 25, which is pretty solid, and they do take the lead here. Now the Guacamoles. Dip, lemon, onion, and nacho. This team won 2 events in a row. Let's see if they can win another one. And the second marble flies over, which is minus 5, which is actually good because that is actually plus 5. So they're going to have 25. Third marble. What can they do? Of course, record is helped by the pig. Oh my goodness! 500 from the Guacamoles. That looks very good. And they divide by 0.5. And that is record tied with the pink grapefruits. 1,000 points. That's the maximum score you can get. They can only... They're guaranteed a top 2 finish. I do believe they are guaranteed a top 2 finish with the Guacamoles. So they're looking on pace to get another medal. This team has been on fire as of late, and this looks very good. Now the Hypnotizers, the team in last in the standings, is the polar opposite of the Guacamoles, and they get 1.5 as the addition. Of course, you want to start with a 20 all times. Oh no, minus 185. That's not good at all.
Oh dear, that's a bad multiplication as well. What are the division going to be? It'll be even worse than the Hypnotizers. They have been nothing short of abysmal in this B-League so far. Will continue. We'll have to see if they'll have a good second half to improve, but that is a very disappointing finish. They're in last place. Well, there's last place and there's Mystic Wolves. That's two separate things.
Now Vampire Empire get minus 5 to start off. Then they're subtracted by 10, which is minus 15. Not a good start for the second to last team in the standings. And they're minus 300. The bad teams are doing bad in this event. I know, they don't have brains. But now they get divided by 4, which is minus 75, which is a bit, they salvaged it a bit, but it's still not going to be, not going to contend for any podium spots. 7th only.
Yeah, this is disappointing for the Vampire Emperor. Also, really not doing great in the standings. How about Team Ghostly, another spooky team? That'll be 20, but they're doing great in the standings, I believe. They're in 3rd place. Alright, that'll be a subtraction by 8, so currently at 12. Is that a minus 2? It is. That'll be negative 24. What's the final marble going to be? It'll bring it back to a negative 4.8, so it'll be around middle of the pack. That'll be 5th place.
It is,
exactly.
in fact, literally in the middle of the pack. It's 5th place out of 10 runs for Team Ghostly. Now, Tidal Waves. Another team doing, I believe, mid in the standings. I think they're 5th place in the standings. I could be wrong, but I do believe they are in 5th. Now, second marble subtracted by 10, which is 10, which is still solid score. Leaders at 1,000, which is pretty impressive. I don't think the Tidal Waves are going to do that. No, they are not. Best score they can get is 160, and they actually do that. So it's Tidal Waves will take, I believe, 2nd place. Yes, they do. 160 for the Tidal Waves. That is pretty good.
Alright, good for the Tidal Waves. That'll help them out in the standings a lot if they can hold it, as now I have the Purple Puppies also in the auto-qualification zone. They'll have a 20 for their addition marble. But their subtraction marble, that'll be a 10. Alright, so currently a 10 for them. What will be the multiplication? That'll be a 20, so that's great. That brings it to a 200. What is a division marble going to do? It has to be a good one. It'll be a 4. That is a 50. That is pretty solid, and that'll keep their auto-qualification chances alive. They'll slot into 3rd place. Very good for them.
Not bad at all for the Purple Puppies. The team who did, I believe, very bad in the B-League qualifiers. Now, the Olive Oils, and they start off with a minus 2. That's not a good start. Now, it's minus 22. Olive Oils, let's see. They get a 0. That's actually salvages. If they don't get cringe and disqualified, they can actually have a decent score, and they get cringe. Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Well, that's even worse than the Mystic Wolves, because the Mystic Wolves are even in the positives numbers when they started. Up next, we have Team Watermelon. What can they do? That'll be a 20 for their first marble. Subtraction, that'll be 9. Alright, that's currently 11. And then it multiplies it by 1.5. Not that great, 16.5. That's still in the positive reach. And it'll be even better. That'll be a 33 for Team Watermelon. And that'll be 4th. Very good for them. Very respectable.
The TPN team showing they have brains as opposed to the Hypnotizers who do not, apparently. Team Peppermint adding 8 to start off. But what will they do with the second marble? They bump their marble and subtract 8, which is 0. The best score they can get is 0. And third marble flies off into the minus 5, which is not good for tiebreakers. And the final marble, what will they do? They're taking their time and they fly into the 0.5, which is good for tiebreakers, but it's of course the minus 5 that matters if you tiebreaker, except that the other team also has a minus 5. So 0 it puts them into 7th place.
Alright, it's a guaranteed top half finish for Team Pepper. They can be pretty proud of that. As we head to the Witches in the relegation zone, I believe in the standings. There's a negative from the first marble. That could have not gone any worse. Alright, it'll be a 0, so that's still like 5 score, but they can get is 0. They're getting it now. Ooh, it's a 10 with another, so as we have minus 100, it'll be a 20. That's a great division marble. That'll bring it back. Great, that's 6. That's double-digit points for, I believe, the first time this season.
Yes, that is really good for the Witches. And as we see, the results, the Guacamole is unsurprisingly winning their 3rd consecutive medal in a row. They are quite literally on fire, the Guacamoles here. 1,000. They tied the record with the Pink Grapefruits in the C League. And 2 teams getting cringe here. Mystic Bulls and Olive Oils. Olive Oils will getting the goose egg here, but Mystic Bulls will get the first round. At least they didn't get last place. Here's the podium.
Guacamole's great job from them. Tidal Wave Purple Puppies will also continue to march up the standings. I believe this could bring them into second place, and it does.
Speaking of the standings, now the Guacamoles have a 33-point lead over the Purple Puppies. Tidal Waves in third place, and the Olive Oils drop down only 2 spots, surprisingly, even though getting last place. Vampire Empire and Hypnotizer still down there. Guacamoles also have double the points of the Vampire Empire.
We'll see me in 2 events for event 12 of the A-League Lap Swing, but before that we'll go to event 11 of the
shut up, that's my line.
Shut up.